Welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do mid-February 2023 for the sign of Cancer. If this is the first time to my channel, welcome Cancer. And if you're returning, welcome back. And if you are a subscriber and or a generous donor to my Buy Me a Coffee account, thank you so much for being here and for your generous donation. So we're going to open a general inquiry here for Cancer for mid-February 2023. What message does Cancer need to hear, please? What message does Cancer need to hear for mid-February 2023? And I also want to give you a heads up. We might have a brief interruption in the video because I might have to take a phone call that I've been waiting for several hours. And I'm sure you've had that happen where you just have to get on with your life and not keep waiting for the phone call that never comes until you're in the middle of something. So hopefully it won't happen. Didn't happen in the last reading I did, so just giving you a heads up. It'll be very brief for you. And, we will go ahead and jump into this because we are ready. Okay, here we go. Eight of Diamonds, strong start. Strong start. This is the solo effort paying off majorly. This can be the entrepreneurship card. Now, if you're not the business owning type, or if you're not going to start up a business, I also see it as just putting an individual effort, initiative into something that you want to build, that you want to achieve, and you're reaping the rewards from that because the hard work and effort and time has started to pay off. Seven of Clubs. That's quite contradictory to Eight of Diamonds. It just gave me pause for a second because this is the card of feeling trapped. I mean, I would almost say that maybe in the past you felt trapped in a situation, or you felt like something wasn't going somewhere. I mean, maybe you have not lost, but left your employment situation and you've started something on your own because you were feeling trapped in that. We'll keep going because I can't speculate with so little information, right? The Six of Diamonds, though, this is exciting. Options, opportunities coming your way to take better financial responsibility. I always see that as paying off debt, perhaps catching up on car payments, making repairs, replacing things that are worn out, that have needed attention for a while. I don't know, even, like buying a new wardrobe if you need it. So that very much jives with that Eight of Diamonds, that you've put a lot of effort into something and it's paying off financially or in your abundance in some manner. I just don't see the part about being trapped. I mean, maybe you, like I said, this could be like, it's like an impression from the past that you were in a situation where you felt trapped and now all of that's being lifted. I mean, very, very likely. You are feeling torn in a couple different directions emotionally. The Three of Hearts does talk about third-party situations, choices between people, but honestly, we're not looking at a love reading, so we're not going there. It's just that it emphasizes emotions and choices to be made and kind of being stuck. Intriguing. I can't begin to fathom how that would fit your situation. I do see emotional impressions. I'm very intuitive, but I don't see literally what's happening. You know what I mean? So all these energies are they're different in some ways. They're very different in some ways. I mean, these two kind of connect, as I said, but the other two, not sure how that fits in, but we'll keep going. Nine of Spades. So something completed here that completely disappointed you. This, again, I feel like this is the situation in the past where you felt trapped. You know what I'm getting at with the Three of Hearts is, so you were feeling trapped in a situation, employment, relationship, financial situation in general. This is where you felt torn. Like, perhaps you had to do something, shall I say, outside of your comfort zone. And that's where this Three of Hearts could have come into play. I mean, it could be coming into play right now. Like, you're being forced in some ways to do things that you normally wouldn't do, which isn't such a bad thing. If you're breaking the conventions of how, you usually live your life at a necessity, that can be, I mean, you could look at that as a period of growth. Becoming more and a different person than you thought you could be. So in retrospect, you might look behind and say, wow, I'm really glad I went through that. But maybe at this time, it's really difficult. But something did complete here. Something is over. So this is not about the present. It's just you're on the heels of that. I kind of see it as, again, it was a situation you felt trapped in. It affected your finances in some way, and now you're kind of coming out of that. That's kind of the impression I'm getting. Whoa, that just flipped over, so I'm going to take it. It's inside the deck, but it did flip. The Joker card. Black and white Joker. To be specific, it is also the Fool card in traditional tarot. I see the Fool card as not knowing what's ahead. It's kind of like taking a leap of faith. In some cases, some readers see this as a new start. Now, you could be on a new start, because if you did come out of this period of feeling trapped and things not working out for you in the past, but now they are, yeah, you don't know what lies ahead, right? But I also want to mention the Joker energy tells me things are still kind of up in the air. They're not settled. It's not like you achieve something, boom, you're there. You're still in the process of achieving and evolving. What else is going on for Cancer mid-February 2023? Mid-February. King of Spades. Could be dealing with a air sign that's in some kind of power or authority over you who you're in disagreement with. The King of Spades, air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, can cause trouble, is what I started to say. Generally, they have a very good head on their shoulders. They're very good in business in particular. So they have a very practical mind. They're very methodical. Somebody you're at odds with just means it could be a disagreement. You're not on the same page. But again, they have some kind of authority and some kind of power. I mean, this could be like a father figure. This could be a spouse who kind of takes that role in your relationship. This could be a boss, a supervisor. It's possible, again, that's where you were forced to make this decision. I'm hearing they forced your hand. If you know what that means, I think it comes from like playing poker, literally like cards. When someone forces your hand, you want to hang on to it for a while because you want to keep building on it, but because of a move somebody else made, they made you lay down your cards. Otherwise, you were at risk of losing that round anyway. So someone forced your hand, hence feeling trapped. But you took the risk here on your own, and it's paying off. This is actually really exciting, Cancer. Really exciting. Wow, and that just flew out. Yep, achievement. In particular, financial achievement, of course, with the diamonds. This is a stimulus check card again. This kind of goes hand in hand with Six of Diamonds. Stimulus check. What did you do with your stimulus check in 2020? We were not necessarily spending it on new cars. We were just trying to survive or trying to catch up, right? Kind of the same along the lines of taking financial responsibility. You've got something here going that's flowing. This abundance is flowing into your life and allowing you to take responsibility. I don't think it was always that way for you, though. That wasn't always the case, was it? Three of Diamonds. Again, this can be some kind of confusion around money matters and indecision. It's not necessarily another person. It's just kind of like, okay, what do I do first? I see it on the heels of this stimulus check and making decisions about what debt do you want to take care of first? What's more pressing? Who is, a lot of times, unfortunately, it comes down to who's breathing down our neck. The creditors. Or maybe it's not just credit card debt. Maybe it's medical bills. Who is more important? What's the, for example, what's the one that's been sitting out there the longest that you feel like you need to take care of? Financial responsibility. But whatever move you made, you're able to do this. I just want to emphasize that. So you made the right decision at some point. That's what Eight of Diamonds tells me. You made the right decision to turn your finances around. So you're in the heart of that right now in mid-February. Let's look at your cards of advice. Something has ended. This is a permanent split from a person or a situation. Sometimes it could just be between friends, so we're not talking necessarily about romance. It could also be family. But whatever it is done. I see it tied up with that Nine of Spades. Something that was disappointing, a loss, a major loss. Two of Spades is the opposite of harmony and connection. And it's irreparable. It's irreversible. There's an emphasis on that. So if you were wondering, okay, Ten of Clubs is also showing up in your cards of advice. Wrapping up a major chapter here, traveling. It emphasizes traveling always for good reasons, for pleasure, recreation, being able to visit family, friends. Now, if you're not physically able to travel or going to travel, I will mention that sometimes the travel can be unexpected. It comes up spontaneously. You're invited or you have the opportunity to go away. But it could also be mental travel. I see it as emotional or mental travels, traveling from one mindset to the other. For example, traveling from this mindset of feeling confined and trapped and imprisoned to freedom. To freedom. The solo effort that paid off for you here. It's all part of your destiny. It's on your path. You're headed in the right direction with this Six of Spades. It also means that you're going to open up more doors and opportunities for yourself because you're following, I don't know if we have life scripts necessarily that we have to follow, but when we're following our heart and our intuition and our gut feelings, this is what Six of Spades is about. I mean, there is predetermined things that will pop up probably in the course of your life. Now, how they manifest and how they come about is up in the air, right? But you're on that path of fulfilling your destiny, your goals, while you're living and growing. Very nice. But you're worried about things still. Now, this comes kind of at the end of the line of advice that talks about this split. So whatever this major ending was, or I should say major, it probably was major, but I don't know. That's not really what the Two of Spades emphasizes. It's more about it being permanent. you're still stressed out and worried about it. So you're carrying around some baggage emotionally. I'm not surprised with a Cancer, I think, tends to do that. I've known a couple Cancers in my life, so I'm not being prejudiced or biased. I just know it's a very emotional sign. It's a water sign. And there's nothing wrong with that. I actually have, I think, 3 placements in my chart that are Cancer. It's not my sun sign, but I have it. I think I have it in Venus. And I can't remember the other 2. But I can kind of relate to that. Just kind of hanging on to loss and disappointment. It's not that you want to obsess about it or hang on to it, but it's just kind of there. You know, it's just like something you can't avoid because it's there. And you're not going to avoid it because that's denying your feelings. I will tell you this, though. You're being encouraged to embark on a new start where you are following your heart. You're following your feelings, your emotions, your inclinations here with the Ace of Hearts. That's about being true to yourself. Again, this could be a confirmation because I kind of see you as already headed in that direction. Like you already knew to do that here. The solo effort that's paying off. But you're being nudged to continue on that path here with the Ace of Hearts, which is very nice. It's very nice. It's very positive. It's a healthy way to live and operate. What other cards of advice can come out here for Cancer's message? 5 of Diamonds. Yeah, and this is again changes in finances, but it has to do more with negotiations and settlements. So I'm not sure what this 8 of Diamonds entailed for you. Again, if you're not the entrepreneur type, you put something in motion that led to this abundance, and it might have involved this negotiation down the road with somebody, especially if it was the end of a relationship. Now, also with a work situation, we can negotiate with a past employer, right? We could have to wait until we can move our 401k, our savings plan, things like that can kind of crop up after we've left an employment situation, because I'm kind of seeing that as this is not a relationship necessarily. This is some kind of other matter. Only you would know how it fits your situation, and don't make it fit if it doesn't, but there is more change here headed your way, especially if you follow your heart here and your true inclinations wherever you're headed. What you're being drawn towards is where you need to go. That could literally be the name of this reading. I might actually use that. The 7 of Spades, something will be revealed. So this is about hidden information, hidden truths, things that need to come to light, that need to come out. Something will be revealed here. I mean, on the flip side, this can be self-realization, so that you realize about yourself, or some way you feel, or something comes to light that you truly want to do, because again, it's kind of coming out with this follow your instincts, right? I would just be on the lookout for that in either case. Either from the external world or the internal world, something is going to become clearer. In other words, you're going to achieve clarity, which is excellent. We all need clarity. Yeah, and here, look at this. This generally denotes a very stressful work situation. I'm not seeing it directly related to work in this reading. So the energy behind it is you've been working really hard, perhaps, to manage this stress and worry. And this move you made originally probably wasn't easy. In the beginning, it probably didn't look like it was going to, help you in any way. But here it clearly has. I think you're reaping the rewards from it in the present, or you're about to. And here's the hard work and the stress behind it here. And this card, the biggest message with this card is you need to relieve that stress. You need to walk away from that stress, or whatever you need to do to decompress, to process it. You need to get out of that space. And I don't think you're leaving a work situation. I think that's already happened. For some of you, that's like what it was. It was the work situation that you felt trapped in, that wasn't going anywhere. Because that 7 of Clubs does talk about work situations as well as other things that you can be trapped in. And along with feeling trapped, we have no choice but to make changes. Hence, leaving our comfort zone perhaps. I think I'm going to leave it there, but it's not the most positive card of advice to end on, but it actually is. It actually is, because it's saying that pressure needs to be relieved. Besides following your true instincts and ignoring the noise of the world, or what people are saying around you, or what, maybe your logical mind is telling you other things. This was the other major point, I think, that came out of this reading, Cancer. I hope you gleaned that from what I was saying there a second ago. But relieve the stress, because it's right here too. However that needs to happen. Therapy, or just, using whatever techniques that you've learned over the years to get yourself out of this emotional predicament. Meditation, relaxation, maybe it is travel. Maybe traveling is the benefit here. Maybe that's why our 10 of Clubs showed up. And actually, I could say that would wrap this up for you, because the 10 is that wrapping up of a major cycle, the closing of a chapter. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it gave you some insight. If you'd like to see when that next reading comes out, don't forget to hit subscribe notifications, or check back in with my channel. If you're interested in making a donation to support the channel, the link can be found at the bottom of the description box. You just copy and paste that into your browser, and then you're there. You can make a small donation. I actually don't drink coffee, it's actually tea. But nonetheless, if you can do that, I am going to thank you in advance from the bottom of my heart for supporting the channel and showing your appreciation, okay? I will see you again soon, Cancer.